This is kind of dramatic. We'll come back to this.
That's the issue. A lot of WoW songs, they start off like nice and the vibe, and then they just turn into like monstrosity.
It's also true.
I see you, dumb.
Garrett, hey.
And then you're fighting Shadow of the Colossus.
That's right.
You don't realize the life lore moment I'm having for it.
About to close on the old house, dude, and then after that, MIDI board coming to you, buddy.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways.
Wait, did Gunna just release an album?
Shh, we're live.
You guys
Gunna-
hear about
Gunna-
how Hillary Clinton killed that one guy? What?
Gunna, Wanna, and Hillary Clinton are not in the room with us right now. But I'll tell you who is. Our 5 Sunstriders sitting right here, ready to lock in for our sweet episode 20. I think we're also... I'm pretty sure we passed up our 2-year anniversary in February, but I'm unsure.
And
But,
you didn't do anything special?
No, we'll do it for
I'm going to
3.
be very passive aggressive about it.
Well, last time we left, who wants to do a recap for a
think
sweet
Garrett
extra
does.
Destiny point?
I think Garrett does.
Any takers? Any takers for a sweet recap Destiny
Dude, I
point?
mean, I guess
I
I'm
even
getting
got a recap on it.
volunteered.
Garrett, you got this.
Fuck. Where did I'm trying to. Okay, we started last time on the way to Kerest'Ven,
Correct.
being guided by. Hold up, pulling up the notes.
Maggor, I can give you that one.
Maggor. Yeah, thank you. And as we were on our way, Savo received. Was it a vision or was it just a? It was a vision of something nefarious lurking underneath the ground in some caves. After some prodding by his students, he agreed to go investigate it. Upon getting there, we found a... Oh, man. It's so hard to pull up from the ether. Weller. What? Weller? We found a cave with a huge ass gap, darkness underneath. We found some like a mangled Kerestian body who had supposedly been fighting off being eaten. Some forced tricks from Savo, and then later Laurence to heal a vine, and we discovered a altar up from some vines. On the altar was a Bafor bark breastplate, as well as a bladeless sword hilt by a Kerestian fossilized body, and was being protected by one gigantic dim lurker who Savo pretty handily dispatched. And JukeBi put on the breastplate and can no longer take it off. And Gah'Zir ignited the bladeless sword hilt, showing that it still had some power.
Good job, no.
Thank you. All part of the plan.
Did I miss anything?
Nope. That's pretty much it. Got it on the nose. 3 point. A man of my
Amen,
word.
dude.
But yes. And really we cut leaving out of the mountain, right? But for now, let's see here. Now, why not? We'll go ahead and knock everything down. Go ahead and knock your wounds and strain down to 0 for me.
Are you sure, Daddy?
Yes, I'm positive.
All right.
That reminds me of that. What was it? Game Changer? Daddy.
Dude, Garrett, I'm so mad at myself that I never watched sophomore year. Speaking of, I'm watching it as we speak. Not obviously right now, but I'm literally watching it, catching up immediately. Like the first episode, I'm I'm laughing my ass off, dude. Like God.
So
Those
is
guys
that
are awesome.
All right, session. Question. This is what we would call in the business an ass pull. Because
business is that?
the kid doesn't have one prepped for you guys. So
it's ass pull time.
it's ass pull time. But the good news is I got all this from somewhere. Or most of these from somewhere. So I can just open up this web page. Perfect. Ooh, I like it right here. I love when a plan comes together. Sunstriders, what would you say, or what would your character say their best trait is?
Specifically, what would
What would
the
they
character
say?
say?
Correct. Not you. Not you, the player. The character in and of himself.
Me.
Go ahead, Dom. You're wanting brownie points, I think. You're starting to go
Uh-huh.
first in the session
Give me,
question.
give me 5 XP. JukeBi would say his best trait is his ingenuity. I'd say, and not in the ingenuity like, all right, there's mathematics, there's science, there's things like that, but just generally being able to make materials work for him. Probably more specifically to construction type things like building the fences, making bombs, doing more combat works things, but definitely thinks that under pressure he can push out an idea that'll keep people safe or move people forward.
Ingenuity under pressure. I like it. Go ahead and roll your destiny point.
Oh, JukeBi's evil.
God didn't like that.
But I did, and that's what matters.
Are you God? You're not him.
At this table.
What's the word?
Dude, look at this, man. I think my light's washing it out. Look at the holy light of this Zen pouch container I have right here, dude. It's like a fucking LED light. No, you can't see it, but it's a perfect spiral of Zen pouches. This is a gift from God I've just received right here, actually. Anyways, Dom, who you popcorning to, man?
Monster.
Man, what Will gotta say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Bellan's trait is that he's the shit. You know, he's fucking awesome. Everyone loves him. He loves himself. Okay, not really. All right, so
I was about to say, wow, Bellan sure did grow up. He's
Yeah,
got
I
some
know.
self-confidence already.
I'm a fan.
I don't know. He'd probably just say like his athletic ability, possibly because he's been getting pretty good at that here lately. Because beforehand, he probably wouldn't find too many things to like boast about or anything, because he was, kind of just one of the kids. Oh, what's up? What you got to say?
No, I mean, to be fair, 14-year-olds? Oh, yeah, dude, I'm really fat.
Oh, dude, I've been in the gym, man.
I'm so strong, dude.
Trust me. In fifth hour, all the fucking freshmen I have to deal with, dude. Cause hey, you're nothing. Dude. I'm way stronger than you, man. It's on.
But he's pretty stoked on himself about that in particular, like being able to like fucking jump on walls and jump off and like spike monsters and shit with what was it, with a spear? Fucking sick. It's awesome. I'm awesome.
Shit was good.
That was sick, actually.
But yeah, so that's probably what he's most proud of.
Yep. There you go. And go ahead and roll your destiny pool.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn.
Hey, we're going into the teeth of a dangerous
Whoa.
people. That's what I like to see, man. All right, and who you want popcorn to?
I want a popcorn over to young Garrett.
Right. So I think for Laurence, I think he'd say his best trait is that's probably his ability to troubleshoot, ability to like like kind of deduce and like figure out how to fix a problem, like just like one step at a time, type thing.
Would you say it's critical thinking in general, or more like just problem solving?
Probably just problem solving.
Hmm. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, very good. Go ahead, roll your destiny pool and popcorn her over, dude.
Keeping it going with the one dark side.
Oh Jesus.
We're gonna throw it over to Noah.
Gah'Zir would say he is most proud of his ability to adapt to any situation and somehow find a favorable outcome, even if the situation itself was not clearly favorable for him to begin with.
Plot armor.
When life gives you lemons, dude.
When life gives lemons, and
Oh
there's
yeah,
the dark
boys.
side.
This is awesome. Hey, at least you guys have solidarity. That's good.
I think I'm going to send it over to Crowewi.
That's me. Savo Zuli probably would say his best trait is his mental endurance. Specifically, I don't know if mental endurance is the right word. His willingness to keep going.
Is grit.
Yeah, there's
Now-
another word I was trying to find, but like persistence or
Dude, persistence is good too.
gumption.
Ooh, gumption.
He's not the strongest, not the smartest, not the fastest, but he's gonna get it done some kind of way.
Not the best, but it'll get her done. Now, I've never looked up the actual definition for gumption, so I'm going to do that right now.
I think it's like
If you have
audacity.
gumption, you have guts. Nice.
Determined and full of courage.
You know what we call in the business, in the coaching business, you know what we call that?
Art?
Testicular fortitude.
Amen.
And Mr. Zuli, go ahead and roll your destiny point pool.
Even the two light side.
Yeah,
Sort of even this out.
very good. Okay, so you put this up. I don't need this. I want it away from me. Be gone. Release me. I'm about to start beverage mixing here to the horror of our viewers.
Oh Jesus.
What kind of beverage mixing? What we got on deck? What's on tap? Okay, all right. Chorus, classic. What else we got? What's the mix? Oh my! My boy making his own. Four
What's
Loko
wrong,
over
babe?
there.
You barely touched your courser.
You barely touched your bankster, dude.
Oh,
Have y'all seen that fucking the Billy Irish where it's the fucking nitro monster in the cup and then the Guinness is poured on top of it and it actually stays separated?
Ew, yeah, I've seen that. No, dude. Well, they call that a blown head gasket. That shit looks
Dude.
disgusting.
Dude, I saw it on somebody on Twitter called it a Billy Irish, and I was like, "This is fucking hilarious." Actually,
I might throw up.
dude, I'm disgustingly intrigued. Actually,
Real quick, are
Yeah.
the coffee monsters like, you know how they have like the Starbucks like nitro stuff? Is it like that or is it like a monster?
it's
it's more
it's
coffee.
honestly close to it's closer to the
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Okay, cool.
I like them. I've had them. I used to have
I
'em.
may
Yeah.
try.
Not
Um,
bad.
They're fucking juiced in the calories. They're like more than the normal ones. They're like 400 a can or some shit. But, you know. So, anyways. Gah'Zir, now that you're here, I actually wanted to run something by you to start us off.
Okay.
As our recap, because obviously you weren't here last week, what do you think Gah'Zir would have felt or thought upon seeing something and being able to activate something that at this point is almost entirely myth for many of the people of Phimar? Maybe not so much for you, specifically for, your adherence to more of the old ways and things like that. So, maybe you have just accepted those things as facts instead of just, stories.
I would say it's more along the lines of whenever you have an uneasy, creeping suspicion that something's going on, but it's just in such the back of your mind that you've almost allowed yourself to forget that it's a possibility. Surely it's nothing. And then all of a sudden you see the one thing that absolutely confirms its existence, and it's brought into stark reality. So if this is happening,
What else is going on?
confirms, yeah, exactly. Another one on the pile that confirms kind of Gah'Zir's suspicions.
Very good.
But still, disbelief that he's actually there witnessing to some extent.
Very good. Is Gah'Zir worried about this being in the Sunstriders' possession?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who has it?
I believe Laurence
Laurence?
has it on his person as of right now.
Gah'Zir finna hit Laurence with the, hey, you're actually appropriating my culture right now.
Oh my god.
That's
here we
real.
go.
Real shit.
Vultures.
That would destroy Laurence.
No! It's the fucking it's the emoji evaporating gif. All right. Well, we are gonna pick up literally walking into Kerest'Ven, because why wait? So you guys still had maybe 4 miles from where you guys were on the mountain/volcano down to Kerest'Ven itself. And as you guys are going, even the less perceptive of you guys sees that Maggor picks up a little bit of like the nervousness sort of ticks as he's getting a little bit closer. He's adjusting the grip on his dark stick. He's looking around a lot more. He's like, scratching his neck, his arms, just obviously more nervous than he was for this entire trip up to this point. As you guys approach, and he, of course, is still, he's like bundled up with some twine, like the 6 dark sticks, and has the spear actually held on his back. Before you guys, now in the heavier foliage here too, one interesting thing that you notice before you actually get to Kerest'Ven itself is that they have cleared out a decent bit of the heavier underbrush and jungle from this particular run up here, and have looked like they have successfully turned it into like farmable soil. Not only that, but they have rows of plants actually growing for probably, I'd say probably a half acre. you notice the main difference between like the Academy and Point Riptide to here is that the ground here is very dark. You have a lot of that sort of volcanic sediment that has been put into it. It seems to be making it quite fertile over here. Now, there are no farmers or anything out there right now, as it is getting later into the night. But signs of civilization. So as you guys pass, get past the little farming area, you hear them before you see them, and you can only assume that it is a pack of the hounds that the advance party had that Maggor was a part of earlier. But Maggor walks up to the front, sort of gives his hand to you guys to keep you standing still, and says, "Stay calm. I will handle this one." So they run up, and the hounds have these huge gaping maws of sort of like a under-jutted lower jaw with a huge like double row of teeth on the bottom. Beady set predator eyes on the front, little short nub ears. And they're quite almost like leathery almost. They're thick-hided. And 6 of them sort of beset out of the edges of the shrubs and towards where you know Kerest'Ven is now. And they are barking. And it is full-throated. It is a intimidating sound. Maggor lets out a series of whistles, and immediately their haunches kind of drop, and they all listen to the command and sit. As you guys, he gives you a little hand forward. He doesn't approach any of them, and they keep their distance now, about 30 feet. As you guys are beginning to approach forward, they watch you guys pretty intently, and as you guys pass through and continue walking towards Kerest'Ven, they like fall in like a fan behind you guys. So you are effectively vanguarded by these hounds.
Don't know how much I like that.
Bellan.
Yes.
They are bred to react to pheromones that give off fear and stress. Try not to entice them too much.
Now wait a minute. Wasn't Maggor all nervous and stressed out and scared?
Do you say that?
Yeah. Maggor, you worried about it? You seemed a little bit nervous earlier coming back to Kerest'Ven. Everything all right?
I'm not worried about the hounds. They will follow my commands.
What I mean.
But, you know, he seems a little guarded, but after everything that you guys have been through, he kind of gives his shoulders kind of drop a little bit. If these are not enough, and he mentions to the bundle of dark sticks, to grant me, then I'm afraid I will not be much more help to you once we are inside.
Maybe you should present the head. Or the half head, I guess.
That is against a hunter's honor.
My dog.
Even if this is For even if our ways are unfamiliar to you and uncomfortable to you to present, understand that before you are with the Gassan, these things are very important to the Vin.
I guess we'll follow your lead. We'll do as you do.
Very well. We're about 10 minutes from the gate. Guys, trudge on through. We get the sweet PowerPoint presentation screen wipe. The Foursquare.
Nice.
The day they take my PowerPoint presentations from the Star Wars movies is the day the series I love is truly dead. The best shot in all the movies is C-3PO's head in the fucking camera pan, dude. I think the word's palisade. But as you guys get there, you see that the clearage of the trees has been used for something. And they have constructed a mighty, like, tree trunk, stacked and sharpened at the top, sort of barricade around the entirety of Kerest'Ven, which, as you guys approach, you can't quite see over. But you know that the entirety of this town is larger than Riptide, and probably the Academy if they were combined into one. You can see that inside of the wooden constructions, there is what seems to be, like, to probably Laurence and JukeBi, effectively like prefabs. Not so much that they were, actually, yeah, they would be prefabs, parts of the ship that they landed on that have been broken apart and turned into buildings and barracks and halls and all sorts of buildings. And they have the very, like, gunmetal dark steel, Durasteel appearance to them. So, very boxy, not artistic in the slightest. But the gate itself is like a draw one, so it wooden big lumber slats, as you guys approach, is wheeled and drug up by what sounds like chains. And two Kerestians that look very much like Osun did, fully kitted, multiple dark sticks in their possession. The thing that stands out to you immediately is that they are both carrying blaster rifles.
And none of the other group had blaster rifles, right?
Correct. JukeBi, give me a knowledge warfare check real quick. Average check, 2 purples. 1 success, 2 advantages. JukeBi, you know that these are like, with 1 success, 2 advantages, you actually know the exact model. You know that these are A200C model blaster rifles. You know that the 280 was a outdated rifle by the time of the Galactic Civil War, and it was a workhorse for the Alliance to restore the Republic, aka the Rebellion. These are decades earlier models, so like pre-Clone Wars models of blaster rifles.
Older than shit.
At this point, yes. It's like these guys are carrying around like the I forget what they're called, like the the single chamber like elephant rifles from like World War
Oh.
One and like modern day. So to you guys, these are these are like dated tech for sure.
1887s, dude.
Oh yeah. As you guys approach, Maggor and the two guards have a conversation in Kerestian, and it is pretty lengthy. One of the guards never takes his eyes off of the five of you while they're talking. Maggor does look back to you, Sabo, for just a moment. Present your trophy.
And I will pull the head out, or half head.
Like the skull cap, effectively, as you pull it out. He unbundles the dark sticks and lays them out in front of himself as well. And like pretty much prostrate down on one knee, very like hands open in front. They continue talking in Kerestian. They do not vocalize anything to you as a group. Maggor turns back to you all. This is good news. We've been granted entrance, at least.
Are we like free to roam, or do we have to have the hounds?
Hell no.
Right. Imagine you're in North Korea right now. I'd assume. Like,
Effectively, right?
Type of rules, bro.
No, I respect these people.
We will go where is needed for us. Do not stray. It would be best.
Mr. Jacob,
Yes.
may I use my 4C force power here?
Absolutely.
Hot dice.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
I'm gonna use one dark side pip.
Okay.
Basic power, vague hints.
And that's your personal future, right? For C on the base power.
Oh yes, up to a day into his own personal future.
Savo, I would say you feel it coming upon you just for a moment. It's not a long one. But you get the mental image of a Bormu horn spike with a hand on the top of it, breaking it off. And not a skull, but of a live one.
Oh, and just would this be like I don't know? Do rhinos have like nerves in their like? Would this be a bad thing to happen? Like, do Bormu regularly break their horn spikes, or is it like?
No, generally not.
Okay.
Yeah, generally they're. It takes a decent. I'd say decent. It takes a lot of force to break one. They are, like bone.
I guess I'm trying to figure out: is it like a deer's antler getting pulled off, or is it like?
The puppy.
I would say this one is a violent undertone for sure.
I see. Okay.
Knox, how do you think it felt whenever your horn got cranked?
Yeah.
Not great. I'm assuming he screamed. In
Yeah.
response.
Probably so.
Like full Vegeta
Okay.
scream.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, nice.
Like whenever Frieza breaks his arms type of scream.
Yep, that's the one.
Yikes. Yeah, that one was rough.
A lot of Balmoran imagery.
What you know?
Right.
It is.
At the base of your being, you know? It is the core of yourself.
As they say, you can take the kid out of Balmora, can't take the Balmora out the kid.
That's right. Man. Wow. And with 4 dark side pips as well, I'll say you can feel not necessarily the dark side. You don't pick up like on a oppressive like dark side nexus or anything like that while we're here. But uncertainty and worry seems to permeate the area with that same undertone of like violence as well. Maggor, turns to you. We will head to the Darkened Hall.
You guys got a thing for ominous names.
He kind of ponders that for a second. It is not ominous for us.
Interesting.
Well, how would you describe it other than ominous?
He ponders again. Maggor, not a super smart guy. But he thinks just for a moment, as you guys are walking, the dogs do stop at the gates. And as the gates are being lowered, whenever the guards come back in, you hear a different, distinct set of whistles from some of the guards, and the dogs go back out into the woods and the surrounding area. Not so much the woods, because they're pretty much all knocked down, but out to the surrounding area outside of the wall. The great darkness for us, for our people, is simply the end point of our living life. And it does, just as it claimed Kerest, it will claim us as well. So we pay heed to it, and the Gassan receive their right from it. You may call them priests, perhaps.
Ooh.
And as you guys are walking through the streets, there are a lot of Kerestians, like a lot. On Laurence, JukeBi, you probably would think just ballpark, maybe like 4-5 to 1 Kerestians to everybody you guys have at like Riptide.
Oh.
So we're thinking like low 1,000, probably. And as you
they're
guys
all...
go ahead.
I don't know if this has been covered in the session that I missed. Maggor, would you say that all of your people are warriors?
Not all. Many have to commence in regular duties. Tending hounds, gathering food stuff. These are the classes I am in. There are only 3. No class, as we are, or as I am. The Vin, the Hunters, and the Gassan.
So the Gassan, mystics and royalty?
This word mystic, I'm unfamiliar.
Priest you used.
Yes.
This is illuminating. Darkening, maybe?
He tilts his head to you just a little bit.
That was... Never mind.
But the hall, the Darkened Hall, as you can only assume, looms in front of you. There is a much larger and by all accounts more ornate building behind it. But the foot traffic falls off considerably down the streets or the pathways that you guys walk to the hall. The hall itself has some torches, larger torches lit that burn outside of it. And these huge tapestries come down and act as doors into it.
Is there a... Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna have one thing. Can I see just how much, like, what kind of technology they have in or like how much in comparison to the Riptide? Like, is it? They have blaster rifles, but like, I'm just like wondering.
Yes. So as you're walking through with the just walking through, like with the prefabs, they have some of those like pretty classic Star Wars like generators, like the little 4-striped canister lights that are like 3 foot tall that are hooked up. So they do seem to have a decent amount of like tech level. People aren't necessarily walking around with blasters or anything like that you see. Most of the people walking around either look like Gassan or a little bit more like Osun. Many do have dark sticks visible on them, either on belts or on van braces or on their backs. And many of you get lots of looks, lingering eyes on you guys as you are walking through. But nobody attempts to talk to you at all.
Any old people?
Older. You would think that the cap is probably mid-century, probably like 50, 60.
Do we sense any hostilities? Like anyone shooting us some death glares?
Oh, yeah.
Like that. That's not very welcoming.
Bellan, I would say you would probably notice that from those that seem to look more like Osun did. So you seem to get a lot more of the harsher glances and looks from what you assume to be the Vin class, the Hunter class.
What kind of looks do I get carrying around a dark stick? Ooh.
Eyes do linger on you longer. You're unsure if it is because you hold a dark stick, or if you're a Phimarian.
Gah'Zir would kind of just like turn it over in his hands casually, but making an effort to draw attention to it. Not brandishing it, but just
Mhm.
turning over the blade.
Big iron on it too.
Let us enter the hall. Gassan pushes through the tapestry. Once you guys are inside, it is like one foyer. It has a single like pit fire that is burning right now. Doesn't seem to be emanating any smoke, however. And it has a actual mechanical door on the far end of the foyer, and it's not very long. It's maybe 20 feet. And in these bins, these wooden bins that go across the sides that have been moved here, are these long strips of cloth. And you see Maggor walk over, pick one up before catching himself and turning back to you. Before we enter the hall itself, we must enter the darkness. And he ties the cloth around his eyes and ties it behind his head.
Oh boy.
Maggor, this darkness, is this where you commune with those who've passed on into the great darkness?
I do not possess this ability, and I'm unsure if that is even in the purview of the Gassan. As far as I understand, once you enter the great darkness, there is no pathway back.
See?
Oh, wow. Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we put these blindfolds on, you see that red button on the comm link? That's the Oh Criff button. If we start getting hurt, just press that. It'll geolocate us to Riptide.
All right. Got it.
Yeah, man.
I don't know about all this.
Oh God! Oh my!
I mean, we gotta.
Is anyone gonna do the little you don't have it all the way on, you're just like, oh no, I got it on. You can still kind of see doing this type of shit.
It's up to you. But does everybody want to put their
Zero.
blindfold on?
Gah'Zir would buy that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna fashion it in just a way to where I can see just a little bit. Be stealthy about it.
Give me a skullduggery check, Bellan.
Yeah, all right.
Average check, two purples.
This dude's for real.
No, it's character acting, dude.
Oh my. Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Bellan, you fashion it. You say, right up, just to where if you squint your cheeks up just a little bit, kind of pulls the cloth up just a little bit so you can see out from underneath it, just a tad.
Maggor, what happens if you don't cover your eyes before you enter the darkness?
You think? I have never considered that.
Well, now's no time to start. I just put my blindfold on.
Can't say shit out of this thing.
Yeah. I'm tired.
So, as the door slides open after all the blindfolds are on, the lit pit behind you extinguishes. And it's already quite dark. But as that happens, you notice the temperature is noticeably colder, like 20 degrees lower than normal. Which you think is strange, considering that they just have a tapestry door to the outside, which is in the middle of like a jungle and an island, so it's been pretty humid and warm. But you hear a different Kerestian voice, a female voice, call out from the room beyond. First in Kerestian, and Maggor replies, and the voice changes into basic. And you of Riptide enter as well.
We enter.
It's a little bit harder for you guys.
Sure.
You can hear.
Maybe for some people.
You can hear. You can hear some people's boots or shoes sort of scraping together. A couple of bodies bumping into each other. Shoulders hitting doorways.
That's my foot.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, wait.
But eventually, as you guys all enter the door, you can hear it shut behind you. And Bellan,
Yes.
even with your little extra vision slit, you know it is completely dark in here as well.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
That's crazy.
This fucking guy.
Fucking dog. Love this guy.
That's hilarious. We will conduct in basic, as all here may understand it. Young Maggor, it seems the great darkness has blessed you this day. Where one has fallen short, you have proven yourself worthy. None of your clan have succeeded in this way. And for this, you are granted Vin.
Congratulations, Maggor.
It is a great honor. Thank you, Gassan. And you, of Riptide. You have returned a great threat to the great darkness. For this we thank you. What brings you to Kerest'Ven?
Well, that wouldn't be we. Riptide was attacked by a member of your tribe, and we came seeking understanding and perhaps circumvention of further conflict.
Yes, the Gassan know of this. We seek a better understanding of the antithesis of our weapons.
Antithesis.
Yes. While you possess these swords of light, we possess our dark sticks.
Well, we don't have very many of them on Point Riptide. Only 5 or 6.
That is of no concern.
Are you interested in building them?
That is not for this one to share. You have been granted passage upon Kerest'Ven, but we do not grant you the rank of Ven. You are not of us. You have not made that choice.
You can choose?
To walk the path the Gassan set? Of course.
How does one make that choice? And what is the path?
The path that all of the Kerestians follow. That of the great darkness, and of worth and honor. And, of course, the hunt.
God, I want to ask about Call so bad.
Do it. I want to do it too.
Fuck, man.
No, don't!
Ask about call.
That's a horrible idea. Don't do it.
Hey, what about that guy that doesn't believe in your faith?
Yeah, right.
We'll get there. Have we been instructed on how to refer to this person?
No.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna start talking, I guess. If you
I love it.
if you would like, maybe we can sit down and discuss the intricacies of the lightsaber. Share notes type of thing. Because I am certainly curious about your culture. I think we could benefit from an exchange of knowledge.
That will be for the Archon to decide. Tell me this.
Oh.
Those of Riptide. Do you wish harm upon the Kerestians?
Certainly not.
Oh?
We have a larger scope. We're currently working with Phimarians around the world. This planet is in grave danger. And it's part of the reason why we came here is to discuss that with you.
Gassan, something you must understand, however. We will protect our own.
Oh my.
This guy's not of Riptide. He's not of us.
Who brought this guy?
Huh?
As to be expected. The great darkness cares not upon how its followers reach it. We bear no ill will the Gassan, even though your military force slew a hunting party of ours not but a year ago on an island not far from here.
JukeBi?
Is that
Wait a
true?
minute, lore check.
JukeBi?
What happened?
Let's see who that was. That was Thuna, Oziad, Chris, you ran this session.
Oh,
That's the OG.
Fucking wall.
oh! I thought we retconned all that.
Nope.
Yes.
Retcon? Hell no.
Ooh.
If by
Well-
retcon you mean building block of the game, then yes.
It's live.
I see. Well,
We pushed that one live.
excuse me. I mean, from what I understand, our group was attacked first. I mean, the people of Point Riptide have everything to lose and nothing to gain from fighting. It's certainly not our first instinct. But
And yet
as
you have many worthy combatants. And thus are a prime target for those wishing to prove themselves and elevate to the Vin class. As is our way. But this one will grant you speaking rights for your current stay. Do not abuse them. The Archon wishes to speak to you all.
Will he meet us here?
No. You will head to his palace after this.
Is there anything else you would like to know?
Not at this moment.
Well, I have one last question for you.
Of course.
What interactions have you had with my people? Those not of Riptide. Have you been to the vigil?
We have not. But the Gassan have met with those of this world.
The Gassan other than yourself, or?
This one has not personally met, no.
Very well.
Maggor Vin,
Last the Archon.
leave your trophies and accept your elevation. You of Riptide, you are dismissed.
Do we just walk backwards, or can we take the blindfold off now?
There's no response.
I take my blindfold off.
It is pitch black.
do Kerestians have dark vision?
Come,
Hello? Oh, never mind, I didn't say that.
we have been dismissed. So, Maggor leads you all. You hear the door open. The temperature seems to return to normal even while you're in this darkened room. And as the door opens, light flicks in as the pit has been relit.
Wait, real fast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
What does it feel like in here, specifically through the Force? Is there a distinct feeling?
Make a No, you don't really need to check. Is there a distinct feeling? Not necessarily, no. You don't pick up on any other physical beings here. So you just have the 6 of you, you and Maggor.
So like, we were talking to nobody type of thing? Huh.
We were talking to somebody.
I mean,
may not have been
yeah.
there though.
But Maggor takes his off, replaces it back in the back in one of the bins, just sort of lays it back out flat. And there are like a ton of them too, like these colossal leather. There's probably like 60 per little bin, so there's like 300 probably total.
So, are there any guards here?
In here, no.
The entrance of this place?
Nope.
So
I must thank you. Maggor understands that this was not done solely through myself. I believe the Great Darkness has set myself on this path to meet you 5. And perhaps it has or will not end here.
Well, thank you, Maggor. I think we're on the next step to some kind of peace and cooperation, hopefully. And if it does end that way, I think you'd be one of the main culprits.
A faint smile from Maggor. This diplomacy is outside of even the Vin class, but I thank you nonetheless. That is the realm of the Gassan. It is rare to talk with the Archon. Don't take it for granted.
Will you join us?
I have not been summoned.
Ooh.
But I will stay in Kerest'Ven until you are dismissed or choose to leave. And, if you wish it, with my new status, I may accompany you back if you so choose.
That could be helpful.
It would help with the dogs.
Has
Uh,
anyone explained who the Archon is yet?
So,
That's
Maggor, I have two questions really. Speaking of the Gassan, kind of look around. Is there anybody like close to us?
You guys, I would say you guys are still in like the main entryway room, so no, it's just still you 6.
Okay. Maggor, is it a touchy subject to bring up Gassan and his family?
Uh-oh.
No way, Carl.
This touchy. What do you mean? They will not touch you because of asking, no.
Would that be a bad idea? Would that anger people?
The Vin do not understand it, so they may react in anger. It is uncommon to lose or uncommon. It is unheard of to have a Gassan walk away.
Is that something that the Archon could shed light on? Oh, shed dark on?
Yeah.
I'll look around the group as I say it.
I'm
Alon
pissed.
shaking his head.
Thumbs up.
Right, Chet?
The Archon will understand it. He will know more. I do not presume to know if he will share it with you.
And my last question, who exactly is the Archon? What's his role?
In basic, Archon is closest to High Ruler. He is the one above. He has the mandate of darkness.
Okay.
All of these titles just sound so scary.
If there is one to fear in this place, it is him.
And is the Archon? Oh, never mind. It is Archon Gassan.
He is the oldest and wisest of us. He was Gassan on Kerest.
Ooh.
But I will not hold you here any longer. Please, walk your path.
Maggor Vin. I like it.
He does have a full-on smile at that.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think it is fitting.
Alright.
Now, I believe I'll have a whole roast leg to myself.
Nice. I like this guy. It's my kind
Just
of
the
man
little
right
things
there.
in life.
Good luck. Darkness cover you.
And also with you.
He opens up the tapestry, walks up. Do you guys want to head straight to the palace?
You waste an opportunity to get all. May the force be with you. Thank you.
Maybe I should have. And may the force be with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I am going to say that.
And he would thank you for it.
Nice. Good.
So, straight to the palace?
Let's go.
I mean, that's kind of all we can do anyway. We're under like a protected.
Oh, you can do. That's what you're supposed to do. But
Oh, we could go
Yeah.
rabble rouse if we wanted to. I could go try and fight somebody.
No.
Think creatively here, Will. There's so much.
We
Many options,
want
Bellan.
answers, dude. Knowledge is everything.
so, to walking out of the front, you literally just have to walk around the Darkened Hall. And the palace seems to be purpose-built for this reason. It is like 3 stories. It's the tallest building here. It is easily seen over like the wooden, the pastelled walls. And every pretty much entryway, every window, the roof, is inlaid in intricate, like almost silvered inlays. So now that the sun is almost all the way down, it is gleaming this bright silver, catching the last of the sunlight, reflecting it, looking like pretty much like electronic chip markings up through the walls and doorways against the very dark durasteel of the rest of this prefab building.
Do the markings come across more utilitarian than artistry, or is this the first bit of artistry we've seen?
This is the
since we
first
got
bit
here?
of artistry that you've seen.
Okay.
And they do have massive tapestries that come down from the roof in some sections that almost touch all the way to the ground. So probably 2.5 stories long, 4 of them like per side, that have the emblem of the Gassan, which to you guys kind of looks like a 4-pointed eclipse, maybe.
Interesting.
There are heavily armed guards around here. You notice the stark difference of the guards at the front door here. They are wearing heavy battle armor.
Any specific kind that we can identify? Those of us born off-world?
No, it seems that it's probably Kerestian. But it is full breastplate, greaves, van braces, boots, all match, all like a very, almost like the same color of the base of the building, that same very dark, like plated durasteel. They do not speak to you guys as you approach, but they do sort of like turn shoulder to the door.
Like opening up to let us in?
Mm-hmm.
So we're like super expected. Hell yeah. I'll turn around and address the group. Now, remember, we're diplomats here. We're representing Point Riptide, and of course Gah'Zir, you know. But let's not make this guy mad.
We'll see.
That's too marchy. Give me... What do I want? What do I want here, dude?
Stormsong Valley. Stormsong Valley, Jake.
Stormsong Valley. I got you, bud. The call from left field. Ooh. Ooh. Very, very well. As you guys enter, the door, not automated, is like a push door. As you guys enter, you are immediately like assaulted by the stark difference from everything else you have seen from the Kerestians. It is opulent, to say the least. There are like velveted carpets that run the length of the hallways. There is art. There are chandeliers. The Kerestians that you see walking about in here are wearing finery. They have nice inlaid robes on. They do not carry dark sticks that you can see. You do see guards, just like the ones that were outside, every now and again. But other than that, it is, for anybody that was from off-world, it is far and above past anything you have seen while you have been on Fimar.
Wow. Is it clear where we're supposed to go, or?
It is not.
Great.
But it's
That's-
not a big issue because a protocol droid trundles out and approaches you guys. Silver chassis. Greetings.
Where did they get all this?
A protocol droid?
That is my duty.
What's your designation?
I am T5ZO. Human cyborg relations.
Yes, bro.
The Gassan and furthermore, the Archon are expecting you. It would be wise to not keep them waiting. Please, follow me.
What kind of looks do we get from the Kerestians inside of here?
The ones that you see in here don't really seem to pay you any mind. The guards that you do see are pretty much stock still, facing forward, doing their guarding duty.
Yeah.
They give you glances, pretty much.
Does the rest come across as like scholarly, or are they hunters, or what would I
You,
infer from their
Gah'Zir,
builds?
from what you know, they definitely seem to possess more of a Taurus Vigil vibe than
Really?
anything else.
Okay. All
I
right.
haven't seen fine clothes like this since we were last on, I don't know, Corellia, maybe?
Where's Corellia?
A long way from here.
Ah, yes, Corellia, a fine planet. I've not been there in many cycles.
How's the waters over there?
It is said the Golden Beaches are some of the finest places to vacation for a sentient in the entire galaxy.
Wow. Must be nice.
Yeah, it was.
Something happened?
Flashbacks.
Yeah, Raz, Joom, and Nox, while they were still running around with their master, Daklan, things got kind of messed up a little bit over there. It's probably cleaned up by now.
Oh,
Been a
I'm
couple years.
so sorry to hear that. I will update that in my memory banks so as to not forget.
Huh.
And he trundles you guys up 2 flights of stairs to the 3rd floor. And pretty much it seems that this entire floor up top is effectively a massive, like, wall-to-wall door for this little staging area at the top of the stairs. And T5 walks over to it, pushes it open, and it opens up into what can only be a throne room. The opulence that you saw downstairs pales in comparison even to this.
Where did they get all of this?
There are inlaid jewels, fine ivory tables and chairs, things that are far and beyond anything of that you possess now.
Is anybody eating anything here?
Not that you see out right now. And there are only 3 other bodies in here as of right now. One that is seated on the throne, and 2 what probably are royal guards that have the same full armor, but a helmet to top it off, and it has like a little plume off the back. And theirs is ornate, RuneScape trimmed, effectively.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Free G trims, dude.
JukeBi and Laurence, give me another warfare check. So whoever wants to roll it, just take a boost die, unless somebody took a rank recently.
You got it. I got 4 green. You should have 4 green as well.
Yep. Also
You-
4.
You do get a sweet 2 boost die since JukeBi is a Togruta.
Okay.
Difficulty, just gonna be 2.
What the fuck?
7 advantages, dude?
Wow.
7
Stack
advantage-
Jack dogs.
We just turned that into a success. Like,
No.
I want my advantage to be
I
succeeding.
pass 7 boost die.
But Laurence, this is and JukeBi, this is what I'll say for you guys here. The guards this is like full kit. The armor, while it is ornate, they have like the bodysuit underneath it. JukeBi, at a quick glance, you think that it's probably vacuum sealed as well, like with the helmet. And they are holding pretty nasty looking blasters. They aren't the A200s that the guards outside hold. They're a little bit more blocky, or boxy, I should say. They are, not sure what they are, but they do look serious. And the Kerestian sitting on the throne is decked out. Crown, necklace, rings, bracelets, jewels in the hems of the robes.
Can we
I
kill him?
don't.
Can we just shoot
I
him right
don't
now?
like this.
I was just about to say that.
He got people outside scraggling for single drumsticks, and he's up here. Is he a big
Nobody's
guy?
starving yet. Didn't see any poor yet. Calm down.
Is he a big guy?
We're not here to upset him.
Not necessarily, but you can tell that this must be the Archon. Because of everything, but you can see the wrinkles set onto his face, but also where like they normally just have like the 2 bits of hair that grow out on the top and down to the back. His is stark white and flows over his shoulders like down to his waist while he sits.
All right. You could tell who he is
Because of the way it is. I was trying to avoid that, but I kind of got too deep into it.
Backed into a
But-
corner.
Oh, I'm not actually the Archon. I'm just warming up his seat.
Oh no.
Your services are no longer required, T5. Leave us. Representatives of Sunstriders and of the Riptide, please approach.
Noah, you're from Kerest'Ven, right?
Doris Vigil.
Taurus Vigil. Should I?
You said Kerest'Ven, as in Noah's
Yeah,
from here.
I'm only from around.
I mean,
Noah's
yeah.
Noah's trying to be of us, though, right? What's this? I'm confused.
Who told you that?
He is certainly
You're
not.
just
He's
hanging
part of the
out?
exchange program, dude.
Okay,
We're just-
exchange
we're just a
program.
culture
Okay,
swap.
okay,
He
okay,
did
okay.
say Sunstriders and Riptide.
He did say
So
so.
you're with the Sunstrider.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And
Are you trying to be a Sunstrider though?
Yeah, you a Sunstrider.
That's a conversation
The
for a different time.
That's a conversation for 3 months.
Hold on, Archon. Gah'Zir, what's going on here, Dave?
Yeah, right.
I know we've been
What's-
hanging out with you for like a
what's
week.
the vibe?
Anyway,
It's a conversation for a different place.
The
none of that was
Gassan,
in character.
and most importantly, myself, welcome you with open arms.
Thank you for having us. That's an honor.
So what do you do with all this stuff?
Ah, I assume you mean the finery.
Yeah. Is it
Well, in my foresight, upon leaving Kerest, I assumed perhaps it would be worthy of trade on a planet that was perhaps a bit more advanced. But, alas, now it looks nice.
how wise?
Setting off on such a endeavor as we is very dangerous, and while the survival of our people was, of course, the first concern, naturally, if we were to find ourselves in an uncharted planet that was used currency that perhaps we could trade for and had more easily accessible goods, things of this nature, gems and precious metals and finery, perhaps would be of a bit more use to us. But now, it shines and gleams and fills this place.
Why just this place?
Oh god, here we
We're
go.
getting ahead of ourselves.
Ah,
I am Sendov Gassan. Archon. Yes, young Kessurian.
So what does Archon mean?
High ruler.
Oh, so you're like a king.
Perhaps. A rough equivalent, maybe.
So we were told that the Gassan are really connected with the Great Darkness. Is that true?
Yes. The Gassan and myself have, in some capacity, the mandate of darkness, as we call it. The Great Darkness has gifted our class with the ability to rule.
But like how so? Like do y'all have like special powers, or was it something y'all were told by like the Great Darkness? I thought you only saw
I
the
am
Great
glad
Darkness
you
whenever
are
died.
so inquisitive. A mind that yearns for knowledge is important.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you think so. I kind of like look at Laurence, and just like.
Archon said I'm smart.
Now, you of course have come for a reason. And I'm more than happy to meet with level-headed ones such as yourself.
yeah. Really, we just we want peace between our people.
Peace. It is good. Good for the Gassan. And something I personally would not mind.
But
Much harder sell to the Vin and the others.
Was it?
Well, if they
Rule
wanna
as
go
we
anywhere.
may, they still need purpose. They must fulfill the path that the great darkness sets out for them.
and is there no way for that path to not come into conflict with Point Riptide? Or the Phimarians?
Intrepid young hunters are always looking for a way to differentiate themselves from their peers.
So the agent who attempted to poison one of our own members was acting of their own accord?
Did poison.
No, that was of my command.
I figured
What-
so.
What?
Poisoning, not a hunter's approach.
No, that is a bit more refined.
So I failed to draw the connection between peace being favorable to you, but also poisoning leadership of Point Riptide.
Well, I can answer that
Or
one for you,
of the
Sabo.
Sunstriders.
He has 1,000 warriors here. Point Riptide has maybe a couple dozen. It's peace through fear in his eyes. We wouldn't dare rise up against his army. Even if we knew he did it.
Now, Gah'Zir.
Is that right, Archon?
You may be assuming the worst in me, young Phimarian. But I would not presume you foolish and say you are too far off base.
So, is there an explanation to why you did what you did?
Of course.
Not that, of course, I'm demanding an explanation. I'm just simply curious.
This can be an exchange of information. So, I will answer your question. In return, you may answer one of mine.
To the best of my ability.
Well, the structure you possess is lackluster.
Structure? Our community organization?
Your counsel.
Lackluster how?
Well, common fools possess seats upon it. And it seems, however, they are figuring it out. Being able to make decisions with less and less people.
I mean, a lot of these people fought against and ran away from, tyranny. That's not exactly what we're all about. Like a whole the whole point from the beginning for multiple different groups of us that have come together at Point Riptide has always been freedom from oppression.
Indeed. But, and forgive me if I'm wrong, a ship runs best with a single captain.
Well, surely, but the captain still has to be liked, or else he has a mutiny on his hands.
Then why have you not replaced your captain?
But like, why does it matter that we have a democracy? That didn't make any sense. We can have a council, right? Right, Master Sabo?
The council is just a roundabout way of getting to a democracy. It's a representative republic. It's a whole thing. We can talk about it later. But
And Master Sava, he lays it on for you right there. Is your academy or your learners, are they beholden to this council?
we operate as a symbiote with Point Riptide. So while no, they're not beholden to the council, not exactly. We do work with the council and typically within the laws and rules that the council sets out.
I see.
We do, of course. Wait, we do. The Sunstriders do have a seat on the council, right?
They have two of them.
Yeah. We
We discussed that quite a bit at the beginning.
Well,
having
yeah.
two superhumans on the council.
Yeah, Jum and Timjan currently possess the two seats on the council. No, you're good.
And you know, the Sunstriders are part of the council. So with two parts to a whole, as it were. So yes, and no.
Now, we were not led to this planet. Our trip was through subspace. We were not led to this planet by the Great Darkness, a planet that has 5 of the darkness's own offsprings nearby, for no reason. I and the Gassan know this to be true. And yet, its further purposes clouded to us.
What does that mean? What are these offspring of the darkness? What is that?
These celestial events.
May I?
The black holes.
Oh, in the Red Nebula. Oh, I see. I feel like I'm drawing parallels that are concerning.
For who?
Well, certainly not you. That much is clear, but
Linger.
You may be selling yourself short, Master Sava. You have capable warriors at your disposal. More than a handful at that. And the Gassan are not unaware of the powers that your tools possess.
Our tools?
Your weapons.
But that's not our primary function. We're not warriors. Maybe in a past life, but we help people. We don't fight if we don't have to.
And do you think the events transpiring on this planet as we speak, you think this war, this violence that is to beset us will be so easily sidestepped by you?
I would be a fool to think so. And of course I don't. I am a realist after all, but different problems have different answers. Not everything has to be solved with fighting. This, unfortunately, is probably one of them. But
No. I do not wish to fight you.
no, I'm speaking of the events of the world.
Young Phimarian,
Yes.
would you say that a group of your people are set on violence?
My people's a broad term. However, there are those on this planet.
What do you mean your people?
Quite set on violence, yes. I think events set in motion perhaps have no other end than violence right now.
While it might read woe for us, it is a great boon for the great darkness to have such a rapid influx join it again. Now, these motions I set in place were to the means of one goal: to possess your sword of light. That goal
I see.
remains.
So, can we expect more of these events? Because it seems I don't know anybody that'll willingly give up their lightsaber. I mean, it's attached to us in a way.
Lightsaber. A fitting name. And what would allow you to part with your lightsaber, Master Savo?
Death, I guess. But I mean, there's knowledge that we can share about these things. I mean, I can hand you my saber, but I mean, it's not like a blaster. There's no trigger. There's no, you can't just turn it on with a button or anything like that. It's a personal connection that you have with the tool.
I'm not unfamiliar with the concept. The same can be said for our ice orbs.
Ice orbs.
The Gassan's connection to the great darkness allows us to enforce its will more effectively.
Could you show us?
He snaps. One of the guards walks over to the side of the room, like a little safe in the wall. Punches in a little code, hisses open. He very carefully, it's on like a little cushion, pulls a cushion out, and on it is a ice sphere, effectively. One side is like the deepest sea churn blue-black, and it lightens to a white on the other side. And it seems to be permanently like frosting off of it. And as the guard turns and walks, brings it over, Son just reaches out, grabs it, palms it in his hand, fits rather nicely. Frost still goes over, and you can see it sort of overtakes his fingertips as he holds it. These were gifted to the Gassan of Kerest itself. When our great darkness won its final victory and consumed and killed our sun, the ice caps of our planet took over entirely. These are a gift, a final gift of Kerest to the Gassan.
And what is it that they do?
As I said, connects us to the great darkness. Further, the Gassan, myself included, possess the mandate, as I mentioned earlier. This strengthens it, emboldens it. Now, Master Sava, you mentioned death could part you from your lightsaber. I feel the same about this.
Oh,
However, that is beneath the Gassan.
Death?
Bringing others to it.
Huh.
Now, perhaps a trade. In this palace, I possess one of the Riptide.
I point at Bellan.
Bellan.
what?
Does he look like this?
I'm not keen on giving away too much. Now, as you said, Master Sabo, you are not a warrior. If you're not a warrior, what need do you have of a blade?
Savo thinks back to his recent perceived failings. Maybe this guy's right. Not everything can be solved with a lightsaber. But this is certainly a situation that could be.
Oh.
In a way of speaking. So, you want me to give you my lightsaber for this person of Riptide?
Seems like a fair trade.
And then what?
I can tell the Vin and the hunters and the others to turn their attention back to the beasts of this planet.
And you can swear by that.
He says a few words in Kerestian, and like 3 glyphs appear in like frost in the air, solidify into ice, and then shatter on the floor. It is bound.
Whoa. Can I? What was that? Is there any way for me to know what that was?
Yeah, make a lore check, man.
God. Lord.
But I'm gonna say it's a hard check.
I'm flipping it.
Do it.
2 success, 2 threat. I'm in
Nice.
there.
He definitely used the force. In that moment, as he was casting, you could feel his presence there, and it being amplified by the orb.
I see. Archon, I've made my decision about this, but may I have just a moment? And
Of course.
I have made up my mind, but I would still like to reach out to the Force and seek any guidance that it can give me. By once again using Foresee.
Absolutely.
And this is like I know earlier it was like oh, this just kind of happened. I'm seeking this one out.
Okay. Make a discipline check for me then and add your force die to it. Average check, 2 purples. And I'm going to flip it. So 1 red, 1.
That's a huge roll, dude.
That's a massive pull.
All right. I'm going to use the 2 light side. Let me use 2 and 2. So that I can, so I'll get 1 pip to activate, 1 pip for strength. Yeah.
And I'm going to base it off of your earlier vision. The Bormu transforms into you. And the horn transforms into your saber clipped to your belt. However, it advances and doesn't end there. So, in the vision now, instead of the horn snapping off, your saber is clipped off, pulled free from your belt. And with your despair and 2 dark side pips, you see your academy in flames. And you see bodies of your students strewn to the ground all around it.
One moment.
And you do still have, you wanted a strength upgrade as well. So if you want to pick out a detail, you can absolutely do that too.
Whose bodies do I see?
You see Tim'Jin with a saber cut from his waist to his shoulder.
Hmm.
Now, I will say with your successful discipline check, you don't like you feel your heart rate jump to like 160. But you keep your breathing in control. You don't stutter or shake. But you get that like that adrenaline dump effectively.
I'm gonna do it.
Before you do so,
Oh.
Gah'Zir, I would like you to make either a discipline or a perception check for me, Mr. Noah.
Ooh.
And it is going to be 2 reds, 2 purples.
You said add what to it? Fourth die?
Discipline or perception.
Okay.
And yeah, add your 4th die. And then 2 reds, 2 purples.
Hmm.
Ooh.
If you want to spin those, I'll let you. I'll let you wash it.
Oh
Ooh.
yes, I would love to do
I'll
that.
let you cash in right here. Keep the reds the same with the light side usage. No, you don't have to spend the point again.
Oh, okay. So I'll get 2 yellows, a green.
Mm-hmm.
2 reds or 3 reds?
Yep, 2 reds.
Okay.
And roll your 4th die again too.
I'm so confused.
So, Mr. Gah'Zir,
Oh,
ring, ring, ring.
oh yeah.
You know Mr. Banker's on the line.
Gah'Zir's picking up.
That that dark side pip is definitely worth 2 successes in this moment.
Okay. Yeah, he takes that instant.
Very good. I love whenever I don't have to explain things to you guys.
Not even a second thought.
So, Gah'Zir, with the show, you just catch the wave that comes off of Sabo.
Yeah.
You've been around him a little bit, and you've seen him use it and be in tune with it. But even as you see the Archon use his display, that little like nugget in your brain activates. And you get a little bit of preternatural ability here. And you are seeing beyond the physical. You know the Archon is feeling very... Oh, that's a triumph too. The Archon is feeling very smug with himself. And with the triumph, he's feeling that way because he has sprung his own trap and sees the intent on Sabo's face.
Sabo. Do you remember what I told you? Back on Riptide.
I do. What'd you tell me?
Be careful staring into the void.
Ooh. Ooh, a very poignant word to use as well.
A bit.
Prophetic in its own right.
I don't like this guy because he's scary. He scared me like 2 episodes ago. This is why I don't talk to him.
I am not in control of your actions, but I think it best to keep that saber where it is.
Well, I certainly won't give it away without assurances. Archon. I would need to see the prisoner.
Well, of course. Hmm. Guard, go retrieve him. And the guard that was on the safe walks out of the room. Door shuts behind him.
How many guards are in the room?
Just the one. Now that that the other one left.
And just for my own bemusement, Archon, what would you do with this lightsaber?
He looks at you. An interesting thought, isn't it? Bless you.
Thank you. They got me.
That is why I asked, after all. I am curious.
It just exists so far outside of what we know of the Great Darkness. I am unhealthily intrigued by it.
I'm lying.
What'd you say?
Is he lying?
Make a perception check. Or a discipline check. One or the other. 2 reds, 2 purples.
Any assist maneuver here for me?
Why not? I'll let you assist. I'll let you guys scrutinize him from the foot of the throne. This guy lying. What do we think, gang? Shaggy, is this guy lying to us?
No scoops.
One success,
go.
one advantage.
Oh yeah, he's lying for sure.
I see.
It's on the blueies, baby.
He has
That's what I'm
a
talking
very
about.
specific plan for your lightsaber.
Sabo, you might save one person with it, but giving him a weapon of this power saving one person might turn into killing 10, 20, 30 of us. There's a reason he hasn't just walked into the Riptide and taken a shot.
We're just having this conversation right in front of him.
Hell yeah.
Hey, why
What does
not?
he say to this? What does he say to that?
This happens through knowing glances.
I sign language to.
We have the fucking Dune single hand sign language shit going
Man, hold on. Where's my?
Yeah, only third base coach calls, man.
That's actually fucking hilarious.
on.
Ooh. God, man. The greatest sin of war is that it requires good men to become practical. Might save one guy, but it might kill 10 other people. Running the numbers on guys.
Savo's not a mathematician.
Now, there is one other thing I require of you.
Please. We live to serve.
Will we be allies against this new threat?
I would hope so.
Hope is not enough.
We are certainly willing.
What do you know of the Phimarians with the red markings?
Not much, only that some of our younglings were attacked by one.
Our knowledge is limited also.
We suspect that they have brought about the red algae. I don't know if you seem to do most of your farming on land, but
We are familiar with it. Our air speeders, while limited, are capable of traveling across the seas. I ask because one of them came to do business with me.
is that so? What
It is.
what exactly did he want?
He was cryptic. Very much so. But he mentioned his master, ruler, what have you. Some brother or something.
Huh?
Some brother, you said?
Or father.
Specifically brother.
Bellan's eyes widen.
I look at Gah'Zir.
I look back.
I exchange knowing glances.
What do you ask me anything?
Well, no, just because you mentioned the red Phimarians and a brother, so probably one of the three brothers. Because we've heard from two of them, kind of, right? Heard
Yeah,
about two
so-
of them. The third one is still kind of a mystery.
I know quite a bit. Archon.
Perhaps you may enlighten me.
What do you wish to know?
It seemed a good deal at the time. We would be spared this infestation in exchange for a group of our Vin. I simply wish to know if perhaps I made the right choice or not.
Depends entirely on what your goal was, Archon.
We have been spared this infestation. It does not plague our lands, as it does yours.
No, I suppose it doesn't. However, you may have handed over the keys to your own destruction. To the only, well, not the only, but to a group of people quite capable of delivering that upon you.
These Vin, I made sure they did not possess any of the mandate. That's why I thought it was most safe.
I don't think that'll matter.
Perhaps I've been too short-sighted then, and exchanged the temporary health for the keys to my destruction, as you had said.
Well, don't be so hard on yourself. If we can't find a larger solution, it would be an inevitability anyway. At least if what I suspect is true.
And what is it you suspect?
A great darkness lurks at the heart of our world.
He is very intrigued by your word choice.
You said that's what happened to your planet, right? A great darkness consumed and devoured it?
Yes. Consumed the sun.
Well, perhaps not the sun, but what's at stake here? Well, the destruction or subjugation of, all who oppose. In a sense, they'll be consumed. Who did you say you dealt with?
The messenger was unforthcoming with his name. This being he was subservient to did have a name. Some Gah'Zir.
Wait. Kind of a grave face from Gah'Zir immediately.
Does his name mean something?
The many Phimarians know. It's been forgotten to time. To myself, yes.
And what does it mean to you?
Great deal of things. Life on this planet, as we know it, will change quite a bit. Things that are forgotten will soon come to light. And that will be quite a revelation for many of the people, my people on this planet. I will say, Archon, if you intend to ally yourself with Gah'Zir, I'm not sure that at least I can ally myself with you.
He sits back in his throne a little bit. And what of the rest of you?
So we know that Kithrex is the Tide Hunter,
Mhm.
and I'm assuming we could probably draw conclusions with the naming convention and the brother mention and everything like that.
Oh, certainly.
I would shed light. The Reef Walker, Gah'Zir.
Reef Walker.
Champion of the Reefs and Flora.
Reef.
If you ally with one of these brothers, I mean, they are who we are up against. So we would naturally fall on opposite sides of this conflict. That is if you choose to ally with them, because as far as it seems, you just staved off starvation for your people. Can't fault you for that. That is the only dealing you've had with them, right?
It is. I must think on this more.
And what of your god and the prisoner? waiting there the whole time. I mean,
Door opens. And there is one guard and one hover medical tube.
uh-huh.
And what would be inside that hover medical tube?
There is a quite young Kessurian currently unconscious inside of it.
Wait, what?
That's your brother.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Is it? Is it?
It is
Big on?
Dagon,
No fucking way.
and it is like a flat one, not a vertical back to tank. It's like the one Finn was in Last Jedi. Yeah, so it's
What is he doing in there?
one of our hunting parties found him in quite dire shape.
So are y'all helping him? Like, why is he in there?
This is the best we can do for him.
Is he gonna be all right?
Of that I am unsure.
Kind of just walk over to the glass and I put my hand up on it.
Yeah, and it's hovering probably like 4 feet, so you're like looking over it onto him.
Yeah.
Sort of coffin-esque almost.
He is alive.
It has a little
Right.
vital readout on the side. He has heart rate's like 60. It's pretty low. But he is breathing and alive, if not conscious.
Can we take the tube?
You may. I do not think he would survive outside of it.
Lon just kind of fucking drops to his knees. Fucking what was it? Face in his hands. To God, I'm so sorry.
Now, Master Sabo.
Is there anything wrong here with Dagon? Like, is this?
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up, but he's alive.
I mean, yeah.
Does it look like,
yeah.
does it look like something
yeah.
they did? Does it look like he got attacked by an animal or something? Like, what happened?
Does it look like he's been studied?
Hey, Laurence, how bad does this guy look?
Yeah, Laurence, make a medicine check for me real quick, man. I'd say daunting. Give me a 4 purple.
I'd like to assist Laurence.
What do you know about medicine? No, you can't. That's fine.
I'm smart.
Hold on. I'm hoarding all the points. 1 red, 3 purples.
That's what
All
I
right.
like.
Yeah, we win these.
Ooh.
Yeah, we do.
Ooh.
Okay, 2 successes, 5 advantages. He is like rail thin. Definitely looks malnourishment, probably. As well as getting absolutely thrashed by one of the seed storms that had blown through. He does definitely have some survival marks on him. Whether it's claw or blade, you're unsure. He's not actively bleeding or anything like that, but they are pretty scabbed over, and some of them have like signs of an infection around the edges of them. Advantages wise, I don't know. What do you want for some advantages? What do you think?
Double on something hopeful.
Can I tell if what the Archon said is true? That he needs the tube?
Yes, I would say as of right now, he very much needs the tube. And Laurence, I'd say this as well, just for free. This is pretty antiquated tech. It's certainly not state of the art or anything like that. There's no Bacta or anything like that. Just looks like stock standard, maybe disinfectant spray nozzles, as well as like pressure cuffs and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, good news, Bellan. He is gonna make it, but he has to stay in there until that infection subsides, at least.
At least he's gonna be okay. Thank you, Laurence.
Yeah, no problem. Can I look over at what does Savo's face look like in this
Oh, dude.
moment?
He was, whenever you know how like whenever you're resigned, like you know something's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and you kind of accept it, but then it happens, and it's just like I knew this was coming, but it still just feels like a punch in the gut.
I mean, I still had
Like-
more of a feeling that we were just gonna find out he had died at some point. They're like, "Oh, a little boy. Oh, we shot the shit
Definitely-
out of him."
Definitely happy. Definitely happy, I think, but like very bittersweet, because
Oh, extremely.
Savo knows what he has to do.
Savo, what's your discipline score?
Like my rank,
Yeah.
or my let's see,
Your discipline pool.
Oh, my discipline is 1 yellow, 2 greens.
Oh. Well, hold on now, sir. Hold on now, sir.
Shouldn't you have a red in there?
That's what I spent the point for.
He flipped the point.
Well, no, not even that. Hold up. I wanted to use one of my abilities. I didn't realize that the enemy was about to roll on us like that.
He's not rolling on you.
Oh, okay.
Also, I would say you might be a little distraught right now, Bellan.
Yeah, you're
You're on your knees apologizing to your brother, prostrate on the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
Tears,
right.
snotty, the whole 9 yards, dude.
I wouldn't cry. I've never cried.
Yeah.
I would cry though.
Bellan cried a lot. Crybaby Bellan, that's what we were calling him.
Master Savo. Approach.
I'll reluctantly walk forward.
He stands up out of his throne. He's not impressively tall or anything like that, but on the dais of it, he definitely is above you.
Savo's a strong 5'11", dude.
With Tim's on.
With the Timbs on.
With
Yes,
the
sir.
Timbs, baby.
5'7.5" without him. You can feel like the chill off the orb being this close to him now. My mandate reveals quite a many thing to me. And I will say this. the sum of your parts is greater than them by themselves. And in simpler terms, you are worth far less to me without that. Come when the Gassan call, and you may leave with the boy.
What's the
Thank you for
catch?
taking care of him, Mr. Argon.
What's
Archon.
Archon, sorry.
He says that in
That's
person,
what I said.
in character. My word is bond.
So I'm leaving with Dagon and the lightsaber?
He nods.
And all I have to do is come here when you call?
Not here.
Well, answer the call, I suppose. Some laughs, dude. Like a full hearty laugh. And once again repeats his mantra. We live to serve.
He chants again. A sigil grows in between you. And instead of shattering and breaking onto the floor, now it looks like that four-pointed eclipse. And it launches into you.
Oh my.
Right at the top of your sternum.
Okay.
And it burns itself into you.
Is this an
Like
attack?
into my skin?
Yep.
Oh.
And your wound threshold is going to be reduced by 1.
Oh.
Okay.
What do
Temporarily or permanently?
You are unsure. I would go ahead and mark it down to 14 on your sheet for now.
Gotcha. I got nothing else to say. I'm gonna turn around and leave.
Yeah, JukeBi's gonna unclench his cheeks and follow Saba.
Gah'Zir will say, the Archon. Consider your next moves carefully, Archon. Choose your allies wisely.
It's his turn for the grave face. And he slowly nods to you as acquiescing that point to you. Doors open, and T5 can curry you guys out. Anything else?
Let's get back. Bellan, your mother's gonna be beside herself, I think.
I hope so. I just hope that that Dagon can recover in time. He's been
Pat him
through
on the.
so much. I just need to know what happened.
I'll pat him on the shoulder. Say, you did a good job. You set out to get your brother home, and that's where we're going.
Yeah, but this was all my fault in the first place.
You can't focus on the past at the expense of the present.
I guess you're right, Master Savo.
As Savo is currently focusing on the past and this burned mark on his chest.
It's more like frostbite.
Oh,
Like your green skin turns black in that.
Oh,
Ooh.
the irony.
I hate that.
All right. You guys want Maggor to lead you back?
I think so,
Absolutely.
yeah.
All right.
I feel like
So?
we've got a lot to discuss with Maggor.
I've got a horrible prediction of how all this is gonna go.
Me too.
I would love to hear it. Tell me
feel
now.
I feel like this is all. I feel like this is all gonna end in the Kerestians fucking attacking Point Riptide, and in the midst of the fight, Timjin's gonna die, and it's gonna break my heart, and I'm gonna cry.
I have a sneaking suspicion
No
that
off-screen
Savo
death.
is somehow going to be a tool for the Kerestians.
Oh shit! What if you're the what? What if you do something that indirectly leads to Timjin's death?
I
feel
think
about
I
that?
already did. Is
There
the
you go. There you go, Mr. Dom. Me and Dom, we're locked in.
issue.
You know what? Midway session question: if Timjin died because of something Savo did, how would Savo react?
Oh man, I don't even know, man.
I know.
I actually, I do
Where's
think I know.
where's the damn Eternal Empire fucking SWTOR clip from whenever that came out? And Archon freaking nails his brother dude in the throne room.
I think, yeah. I don't know, man. I think Savo's actually exiling himself. If
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens.
Oh my, that'd be so sad.
Apathetic
Uh,
Jedi, dude. Apathetic
I'm
Jedi.
thinking Savo would realize that it wasn't just his decisions that led to Timjin's death. That Timjin also had a part to play in his own demise, and
Everything
that would fill him with
is
hope.
everything is as the Force wills it. Even this.
Exactly.
Oof.
And that's what Savo repeats to himself the whole way home.
Oh,
What does it feel like? Is there like a sense of impending doom type of
I don't know.
stuff?
You tell me. I'm not telling you shit.
I feel like there would be.
Great midterm session question. How's everyone feeling on the walk home?
Oh, I'm fucking.
Laurence, you first.
Feel like conflicted puts it lightly. Knows that it doesn't bode well at all for any of the people of the Riptide, but is honestly kind of like what would you call it? Like proud of Savo, of like seeing that like the face before he walked up to him. I think he sees Savo in a new light, maybe.
JukeBi, you next.
JukeBi, as soon as he crossed into the gates, was completely consumed with the comparison of force. Like, just trying to run the numbers on our weapons versus their weapons, our numbers versus their numbers, where would they attack these things, and just trying to draw any lines that he could on a battle plan map to feel safe with these people. And definitely in the throne room felt he didn't know if Savo had the guts to let Bellan's brother go without giving up his lightsaber. And he felt horrified at the concept of a potential enemy who could definitely see themselves as greater, who has still had the caution to not attack, receive a very powerful weapon. And the tension's still very much there. A bit of it was relieved when we got to keep Savo's lightsaber, and a bit of that joy looking at Bellan, looking at his brother, and being like, okay, look, these are all good things, but still a bit horrified at how strong our neighbors are with how aggressive they seem to be as well. He definitely didn't see this this opulent king. He saw more of a warrior king before he came in, and is very confused.
Very good.
He also thinks Nox would have a word or two with these people.
What do you think that would be?
Something darkness.
Bellan, how are we feeling?
A whole confused mix of emotions, brother. I'm gonna tell you that. A lot, like from finding his brother, that was earth shattering. Didn't see that coming.
At least not here of all places. But what do you call it? Guilt for this happening in the first place, with Dagon, but also a newfound respect for Master Savo. And also, what do you call it, the Sunstriders in general, just because he blamed the Sunstriders for a lot of his misfortune and stuff, but also at the same time, like, if he didn't align with them, he would have never found Dagon again. And he has the newfound respect for Master Savo because he could tell just by, like, the wording and the fucking feeling of the room and shit, that shit was probably about to pop off, and it seemed like Master Savo was very, like, restraining himself. And he really appreciated that.
And Gah'Zir, last word. I'm skipping Savo on purpose.
Yeah, Gah'Zir didn't realize things were quite as far along as they were. Nervous about that. Feels like he's spending too much time Point Riptide.
Now, Maggor does walk you guys back. So
While we're walking,
oh, please
can
go
I
ahead.
please say,
I had
so, does anyone have any questions for me?
Why are you asking such a straightforward question?
Well, because it didn't seem like we were all on the same page back there.
I'm going to say we're at
You know-
camp one night on one of
Okay,
those
sure.
smaller inlets, beach on both sides, real thin strip in the middle, little campfire going.
You know, and while I have been here some time, you all have only come back recently. We don't really know each other that well.
The others, of course. Savo knows you well. Well enough.
Of course, Master Savo.
I mean, everything happening on Phimar right now. These are your legends, right? This is your family stories and boogeymans.
Yes, boogeymen. These were old wives' tales 1,000 years ago. Now, more people haven't heard of them than they have. And they've kind of forgotten the heritage that went along with it.
If so many people don't know, then I don't mean any disrespect, but why would somebody like you know?
Somebody like me wanted to learn, sought it out. And some of it sought me out.
In what
I've been
way,
seeing
Gah'Zir?
things for.
Oh.
Yeah. Been seeing things for. Since I was a kid. Things really ramped up whenever the station parked itself above our planet. Oh no, he wasn't born into it. No, yeah. So no, yeah. Been seeing these things since I was born, really, as much as I can remember.
Actually, Gah'Zir, I do have one question.
What's that, Sabo?
Where'd you get your vest?
No, you wouldn't believe it.
Try me.
There's a what class of ship is it?
Ooh, fuck.
Oh, the
Hold on.
Chiss?
Let me find it. Let me find it.
Wasn't it Chimera or whatever? Or no, that's Thrawn's actual ship.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
You wouldn't believe
it. That would be.
You know what?
Whoa, really bad.
You're right. I don't.
It is a. It is a Vigil class Corvette.
Okay. Wow, how fitting. Yeah, there's a floating island of metal somewhere out in the waters. People live there. People that aren't from here. I've done a few jobs for them, and this is what they paid me one time. You ever heard of Osivlo?
Have we heard of Osivlo? I don't think we have.
You guys had a little catch up with Jim, whether
Okay.
you know a lot about that. You know very minimal, I would say, but the name may have come up.
They look like Laurence?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Chiss
what?
friends on that side of the planet.
That's your Kim.
But yeah, this is really nothing special. I just didn't have anything else I wanted, and they needed my help somehow, so this is what I got. Comes in pretty handy.
And go ahead.
By all means,
Go ahead.
continue.
Go ahead. You got it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you kind of assumed I wanted to become a Sunstrider.
That wasn't in character.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to figure it out
Okay,
as
no worries.
me. This is just culture exchange. I understand
worries.
that. Savo's keyed in. Chris, however,
So,
not
Savo, you
Savo.
kind of know. Actually, something would kind of be questioning in your mind. You don't know where I came from.
Have you never divulged that information?
Not only that, but you don't know which tribe gave me over to you guys. 1 second, phone call.
You know, now that I think about it, Gah'Zir, I don't know what tribe gave you over to us. Or where you came from. Maggor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Yes.
What did the Archon mean by the, was it the Sons of Darkness? Was he talking about black holes?
The Devourers. Yes.
And do you, I mean, what kind of significance does that have in your culture? I mean, other than it devouring your son.
Misconception. The darkness simply killed our son.
Ah, I see. Because I said devour.
The Devourers. Separate. That is the great darkness given shape and form. Or lack of form.
Inverted form.
Inverted form. What does inverted mean?
I think you'd have to ask Laurence about black holes.
Laurence, what is a
With
black hole?
holes. After thousands of years, all right? So,
A mommy star meets a daddy star.
Gah'Zir's gone. Where'd he go?
Oh, I wish I was Raz. I wish I was Raz. I wish I was Raz.
I don't know.
Maggor, right?
Yes.
One thing. The Archon mentioned the mandate of darkness a couple times. Do you know anything about that?
Is it like
All I know is the mandate comes from the great darkness itself.
So it's like an order, a command that the Archon follows.
In a way. The Gassan possess it, and by possessing it, have the right to rule,
So you either
as they
born
are
with-
chosen by the great darkness.
So you're either born with it or you don't have it.
There have been many legends from long times ago that others and those of the Ven have ascended to such a state.
Did Call leave with his mandate? Or did he have to leave
A
it
little
behind?
shade goes over his eyes. Yes. It is not physical, this mandate. It is bestowed upon them, their beings, their souls. The part that returns to the great darkness possesses the shard of it.
I should have a lot of questions for Carl whenever he gets back. In fact, I'll pull out my holo communicator and shoot a message over to Jim.
Oh God, here we go.
The Joom, you say?
Yeah, just whenever he'll get it. Just kind of like, hey, you should dive into Carl's culture with him when you get the chance, type of thing.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do think Noah waved by.
He did. He
Do we
did
think-
wave by.
Do we
He
think
did this. I think he was saying, like, you guys keep
He
going.
did this, and then
Ah.
he came back and he did actually wave.
Okay. I
He
see.
did actually wave.
I see.
Damn.
I see.
Damn.
All right.
In the middle of our 20Q. God
Hey,
damn it. Come
I
here,
know.
Mordor.
Answer more of our questions, Maggor. Tell us more.
I
Well,
want to ask one, but it feels...
ask
No, I
it.
can't do it.
Hey,
I
we're
can't do
here,
it. I
man.
can't do it.
Why
I can't
not?
do it. I can't do it. I can't do
Okay,
it. I can't
that's
do it. I
fine.
can't.
Fuck, man.
Outsource
I
it.
had one more encounter, but I feel like I need to wait.
Yeah, it's all
Because it's important to, very important, actually. So,
Good,
No way.
good.
well, hey, in that case, I think it's a great spot to end it. We can pick up on this
Wait,
conversation.
hold up. You asked everybody else how they felt and not Savo.
Go ahead, Savo. End the South,
What's the
man.
purpose of this, dude? Savo feels good about what he did. But at the same time, he's angry. He's angry at Joom, Nox, and Raz.
Why is that?
They drug him into this. And I think in the moment, because obviously a lot of people have made a lot of sacrifices in a lot of different instances. But you worry about the problems that you face. So Savo feels like he has been abandoned in a way. Feels like he was, caught up in this life, thrust into conflict that he never really sought out. And now he's effectively been forced to, grow up quickly and is teaching these students about something he barely knows about. Why did I have to make this decision? Why couldn't it have been one of them who knows what they're doing? Kind of thing. So he feels good, but he's upset. Also, the stuff we talked about previously about every issue being solved with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Even in this instance, it's just like it's the same thing, just without swinging it.
That was fucking awesome, by the way, watching it get wiggled in front of your face, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna do.
I messaged Noah. I messaged Noah at what time? At 8:11. I said, it doesn't matter who it is. If there's a prisoner, Savo makes the trade. I already knew. I was locked in from the moment you said it. I was like, yep, he has to. There's no way Savo goes home with a clear conscience if he doesn't do that. So.
And now, you might have gotten a worse deal.
I feel like I did. I think he's also like afraid. He's definitely going like.
I think you are. I think you are afraid.
Oh no, yeah.
Makes you feel better. JukeBi think you got the good deal.
What is this? I'm like going straight to. Well, Kaw's not there. Actually, hey, real quick.
What's up?
Hey, Maggor. Beep, 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 beep. What is this?
His eyes. For what? Foreboding. That is a pact mark. You have been called by the Gassan to do something.
And what happens if I don't do it? I'm a man of my word, but that's a curiosity.
The only answer we have received is in poem. And I'm not an artist. In basic, your vitality will be sapped from you, and you will enter the great darkness as a shell of yourself.
That is foreboding. You're right.
Now, let us rest. We are halfway home. Or you are halfway home. And I am halfway home. But I must go further from home for you to get home. And then I will return. And that, hey, that's where we're going to end off for this week, dude.
Hey.
A
lot of really big rolls this week.
I will say we're technically not home yet. I wanted to wait to give XP till then. But why not, dude? Okay, so let's mark them off. We sprung the trap, 5 XP. We defeated the dim lurker and earned hunter status, or helped somebody earn hunter status. Kerest'Ven, 10 XP.
Ooh.
And more importantly, saved Dagon. 10 XP. 10 XP.
Oh, okay.
And
Poisoning.
secret encounter that won't be named yet. Actually, wait, yeah, I can just go back in time further. Solved the poisoning.
Ooh.
10 XP. Which leaves us at a sweet 35.
35.
Wow.
So,
That's huge.
before you go anywhere, change your totals right now. Right now, change your totals. Do it now. I'll just roll this next XP.
I'm out of debt.
But also, you know what that means? We gotta solve some conflict.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
All right.
What did I do?
JukeBi, you
Oh, boy.
amassed 2 points.
Hey.
That's it. You were quick to jump to battle and combat as a solution to the Kerestian problem, talking to the council.
Ah. Why don't we just whoop their ass? Let's go.
5. Very good. Ooh.
What?
He's still deafened. That's okay. That's okay. We can do this as a sweet post-game mini clip. That'll be awesome. All right, so hey, you go up 3. Very good. Laurence.
Yeah.
Oh, only 1 point.
Oh, dang.
I believe I tagged you for a dark side pip, I believe. Ooh, very good.
Wow.
Let's see.
Damn.
Nice.
Ew.
That's big.
So,
Bellan,
Yes.
I got you tagged for 2.
All right. And I roll a d10, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
3. Perhaps your mind is a little bit lighter after having your baby brother safe again. And Master Saba.
The one and only.
Master Saba.
Say nice. I've been a bad boy.
You've been a bad boy. I'd be tagged for 9
Ugh.
conflict.
What did he even do?
Oh, no way.
Was he snorting lines of coke outside of?
Wow.
Wow, that's
If
crazy.
Coke is dark side pips, yeah, buddy.
No way
Wow.
I evened out. That's actually incredible.
Hey, you're conflicted, but it's not leading you down a dark path yet. You're still trying to sort it out, baby. And somebody remind me for Gah'Zir, but I will solve his next time.
Oh,
Let him roll.
15.
Oh, I do. You know what? I think they're traveling tonight. Actually, that's probably why. That's okay though. But we'll go ahead and hop over to Tales from the Cargo Hold. So, if you want to hang around, it's only 9:15. We can talk shop a little bit as we head into our next arc. What?
Let me speak with the boss real quick.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna swap our Hey, thanks for joining us on episode 20 of Phase 2 of Sunstriders. Hang around for the post-show talk. If not, catch us on YouTube sometime next week. Check out our shorts. Find us on TikTok as well. All those in the
Oh God,
description
TikTok.
below.
Fuck.
Love you guys.